up, beautiful people? It is Dr. Jasmine from themomspsychologist.com, and I am so excited for today's video. If you clicked on this video, you're probably struggling with defiance, am I right? Do you go to give your child instructions and they laugh in your face? Maybe they run away thinking it's a game. Maybe they tune you out and do the exact opposite of what you want them to do, and it just seems to go in one ear and out the other. If that sounds like you, don't worry, mama, I got you, okay? We're going to be talking in today's video about how we can set ourselves up for success and make sure that our instructions are very clear and very simple and easy to follow. Okay, so go ahead and give me a thumbs up right now if you're excited for today's content. Because what I teach parents in my practice and what I talk about and at length in my book, my new book coming out on Tuesday, y'all, shameless plug. Let's Talk Discipline is coming out on Tuesday, March 31st. But I have a whole section on limit setting and why it's so important for us as parents. And I spend a lot of time with my parents who I work with on helping them understand how to give very clear and easy to understand instructions. Because here's the thing, although it's easy to do, and I'm guilty of it, y'all, too, of rattling off, no, stop, quit, don't do that, right? Focusing on the misbehavior and telling them to stop. I know it's easy to do, y'all. I'm guilty of it too, right? Because it's a bad habit. And so what I try to help parents get in the habit of doing is setting very clear instructions. Because here's the thing, if your child is struggling with following your instructions, we need to take a step back and say, okay, I need my child to do something different in this moment. How can I make sure my instructions are very clear and easy to understand, right? And so it's about giving very clear instructions. So what I do in my practice is I walk through this book with parents, and I'm going to do this here in this video. This book is called No, David. And this poor little boy, all day long, he's doing things he shouldn't be doing, right? Or that we would rather not have him do. And his mom is going, no, David, no. So let's see if we can try to give David some clearer instructions. Okay. So the book starts off with David standing on the chair trying to get his cookie. And instead of, no, David, stop, we would say, David, baby, please sit on the chair. Or please put your feet on the floor, right? Very clear instructions. There's no confusion on what we need him to do. Oh, look at David. He's been having fun outside, and now he's tracking all the dirt and the mud and the leaves in the house. Okay, so instead of, no, David, no, we would say, David, baby, please turn around and walk back outside so I can take off your shoes, right? Very clear, right? Or please sit down right there so I can take off your shoes. Ooh, this is a big one. David's in the bathtub, Mr. Pirate, having fun with his shark, but he's dripping water all over the floor. And so instead of, no, David, we would say, David, baby, please keep the water in the bathtub. Or please turn off the faucet. There's too much water. Very clear, right? Very clear. Okay, Mr. David. Okay, he's running outside, running away, which is unsafe. Which, by the way, I talk about this in my book. But if your child is doing unsafe behaviors, go back to your instincts to keep them safe, okay? So it might be, come back here, you know, but you can say, David, baby, please stop where you are, turn around and walk back to me. That's very clear, right? But I totally get it if they're doing something unsafe and you need to resort to no. So I would say, keep your nose, save your nose for unsafe behavior, right? Because here's the thing, kids burn out a no, don't, stop, quit. They burn out of it, they tune it out. So instead, save those for when you, like, you know, really need them to listen in that moment. their safety is on the line. Okay, David is banging on the pots and pans. He's having so much fun, but maybe you're like, David, baby, whew, it's hurting my ears. You say, David, please go to your room and bang on the pots, or please go outside and do that, or maybe it's please be gentle with these pots. Or you could give him something else that he can bang that's a little bit quieter. Okay, so you got some options here. But be quiet, that's too vague, right? What does that mean? And quiet can mean different things for different people. I mean, in our adult brain, we might know what that means, but for little kids, they're like, I don't know. We don't want our kids getting confused, okay? Okay, David, it's dinner time, and David's at the table, and instead of eating his dinner, he's playing with his food, y'all. Okay. So we say, David, baby, please put your food on the plate, or please eat your food, right? It's dinner time. Please start eating your food instead of don't play with your food. And in this one, okay, he's making some progress. He's got the food in his mouth, but now his mouth is wide open. So instead of stop, David, that's enough, we would say, David, baby, please chew with your mouth closed. Please eat your food, right? I could say so much more about mealtime. I think I'm gonna make a video on table manners and how to help with that. Give me a thumbs up if you're interested in that video. But let's move on. Okay, now David is getting ready for bed, and he's jumping on the bed, which is a big one. It's a big one. I talk about this in my book actually too. What to do and how to handle situations where your kid loves to jump off tables, jump on the couch, jump on the bed, and you're like, ah! Right? Okay, so for this one, instead of settle down, which again is very vague. That's very vague. What does settle down mean? That could be open for interpretation. Like, what does that even look like? David, baby, please sit on the bed, or please stand on the floor, or please jump on the floor. Okay? Ooh, David, he's picking his nose instead of stop that this instance, which by the way, for some of these behaviors, I probably would err on the side of ignoring, which I have a whole section in my book about how we can do selective ignore to change certain behaviors. This behavior might be one I would ignore, but instead of stop that, if you do need him to stop, I mean, say you're in public and you're like, okay, we need to cut that out. You can say, please remove your finger from your nose, or please take your finger out your nose. Okay, this one, David, he's in the room and it's a mess, right? And mom's yelling, put your toys away. Okay, that's too overwhelming for kids. I mean, where do you even begin? And so my first tip, okay, write this down. You don't want to miss this. When we need our child to listen to us, it's very important that we limit distractions. So my first go-to would be, okay, we need to turn this TV off. TV's gotta go. Because that's gonna mess up and hinder and distract him from cleaning up. So we want to limit the distractions when we need our child to listen to us. So that might be music, that might be the TV, the tablet, whatever they're doing, we need to limit that distraction and then focus on cleaning up. So you could have him turn it off. David, please turn off the TV, or you could do it yourself. And then, oh, and I have a whole post actually on Instagram. Which, if you're not following me, follow me on there at themomspsychologist.com. I talk about how to prevent tantrums after screens, because y'all know during this quarantine, we are resorting to more screens, which no judgment, by the way, but let's try to prevent the tantrums, right? So anyways, we would turn off the TV, then we would go one by one through all the things we need him to do. So it's not pick up the toys, it's please put your checker game back in the box. It's please put your ball in the toy bin. It's please put your book on the bookshelf. Okay, so being very specific on what you need them to do and where you need that toy to go, especially for little ones. If your child is a little bit older, they're probably used to cleaning up and they don't need as much guidance. But if your child really struggles with cleanup time, then you want to break it down for them and do it one instruction at a time. Yay, great job. You know, keep it fun, keep it positive, make it silly, make it a game if you want to. You got to get creative, right? Okay. Ooh, David. He's about to play baseball in the house and mess up everything. He's about to break the vase. So instead of not in the house, David, we would say, please go outside, David, and play that outside, or please give that to me, or please put that down. We'll do that tomorrow, okay? Very specific. Oh, and the book ends with David feeling so sad. He needs a hug, right? Because all day long he's been hearing, no, David, stop, David, quit, David, right? And so I think that's an important message to end with, is that we want to be mindful of the messages that we are sending to our kids. Because think about it for you. If you were at work and all day long you heard from your boss and your coworkers what a horrible job you were doing, all the things you were messing up on, right? You would start to feel like, dang, I can't do anything right. Like, why should I even try? What is it? Why, right? And so that's how kids begin to feel when they get these messages all day long that they're not doing the right thing. So it's about guiding our child, walking them through this process, and keeping our instructions clear, y'all, okay? Clear. And that is why I am so excited. I'm bringing this out again, y'all. Woo! Y'all, can we just have a moment of silence? No, but for real, I'm so proud of myself, y'all, and I am so excited to share this resource with you guys. It truly is a practical guide. I wanted to leave the psychobabble out, y'all, and just give you practical information you need to know so that you walk away from this book knowing exactly what you need to do to help discipline your child. And this really this feels like a full circle moment for me, because I remember as a little girl writing on my computer that my grandpa bought me, and I wrote my first story. Y'all, at like 9 years old, I wrote a story about this little girl who was sad and ran away from home, y'all. Which is depressing, but I didn't come from the best childhood. My parents, they divorced when I was around 4 or 5, and we dealt with homelessness, dealt with exposure to domestic violence between my mom and her boyfriends. I dealt with my dad having bipolar disorder and dealing with that and seeing that in action. Dealt with bouncing around homes, and my mom being a single mom and working. And so reading and writing was really, I'm getting emotional, y'all, but reading and writing was really my saving grace as a child, and it really let me have an escape from my reality and helped give me hope. And so I grew up, y'all, reading so much and writing in my journal, writing stories. And so I'm just so proud of myself that I kept this up and that I'm sharing something with the world that matters. This matters. And, you know, my whole mission is to empower you guys to raise happy and respectful children, right? And to really focus on the relationship. I mean, I can't stress that enough. You know, I know we want to get our child to behave more, and we want to feel less stressed out, which I totally get it. This whole parenting thing, y'all, it's hard. It's hard. Every day is something new. Every day presents itself with special challenges. We're going through the coronavirus, y'all. Locked up in the house. So I know it's stressful, but I don't want us to lose sight of the importance of building a connection and a strong relationship with our children. And so I talk a lot about that in my book, about how we can build a stronger relationship with our child, why that matters, and simple things that you can start doing today to help the relationship, because it really starts there, y'all. If you want a better behaved child, focus on the relationship, and then focus on the simple tricks that you can do to improve their listening and improve compliance. But start there. And then I have a whole chapter on setting limits and how we can keep our instructions very clear to increase compliance. I have so many other tips and tricks for you guys. And I also have a whole chapter, I'm flipping to it. I have a whole chapter on examples of misbehavior. A lot of them came from you guys. I used your examples to help guide you guys and give you guys so many options you can do in the moment, because there's truly no one size fits all to this parenting thing, right? Every child is different, every parent is different, every situation is different. So I tried to give you guys as many options as I could think of for different situations that you guys are facing, whether that's unsafe behaviors in public, lying, not refusing to share, right? Refusing to follow directions, biting, and other aggressive behaviors. I talk a lot about the simple things you guys can do and walk away with and start doing today to help your child with your behavior. So I hope you guys will pick up this book. It officially becomes available next Tuesday, March 31st. It's available for pre-order for a discount, y'all. And then April 1st, it will be going up to $25, which that's not an April Fool's joke. And then I have a master class coming up next Saturday, April 4th, where I'm going to be talking all about timeouts and removal of privileges, how to do that with love and without compromising your relationship. That's only $10, y'all, so I hope you'll join me in the masterclass. If you're not able to join it live, you can still register for it and watch the replay if you can't make it live. It's Saturday, April 4th at 11:15, and it's all online, so international parents, y'all, everybody's included in this. And that's it for today's video. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.